We're live. Alright. We're on both cameras. Move over a little to me. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nicktendo episode 12. Brought in the Black Panther suit. Freaking awesome. Claws and everything. And this is Bobby Camera. He used to be the Red Vandal, if you remember. He's here as the Iron Spider. So today we were going to talk about the Infinity War. And we're going to go into Endgame a little bit. So what we're going to do, AJ, what's up? You like our suits? And, what did he write? Whoa, isn't it awesome, bro?
I can't
We're
see
really ready
anything.
to go. Bobby can't see. He's going to take the mask off when we start questions. So we were originally going to do the entire... Hi, Jackie.
A scene by scene.
Yeah, we were going to go scene by scene at where the film for the Infinity War was done and break it down for you guys. But instead, we are going to just kind of do an open opinion question that I wrote up for Bobby. We're going to start with the Infinity War. We're going to go into Endgame. We are going to Endgame right after this, so... This isn't what I expected to see today. Well, you're welcome, bro. So he's taking the mask off. It is hard to see in there. It is an awesome mask. But we are here to do this for you guys. So we're going to give you our best recap of the Infinity War. As best we can. Going back and forth about things. We don't have an extra phone to look at questions. So if we don't answer your questions, I'm very sorry. Include your opinions. I will go back later and we'll talk about it. I didn't show my YouTube. That's the YouTube channel. That's the Insta channel. So, I also put the questions a little out of order, alright? So, our first question for Bobby, he's going to give you his best opinion on everything. When Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Iron Man finally got rid of Ebony Maw on the ship on the way to Titan, do you agree with Tony's plan to finish going to Titan to take Thanos on his hometown?
I do agree with it because it makes sense. Like, Thanos is going to arrive there thinking to just see Ebony Maw there with the stone in hand.
Right.
But, like, it's a complete surprise attack on his part, and I think it was really a smart plan. Exactly,
and I think a big part of it, too, is that when Thanos got there, he was not prepared for their attack.
Not at all.
So, with Tony dropping, it looked like kind of like a building on him, and all the crazy things they did, just a big part of it. So I think, and because if you think about it, the way the movie ends, so now I know we're jumping out of order, Tony ends up on Titan with Nebula alone.
Yes.
Everyone else doesn't make it through the snap. We're going to refer to the snap the whole time. You know what the snap is.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to say this, we are not spoiling the Endgame. We don't know anything about the Endgame. We are spoiling everything from Infinity War that we can for you guys. So if you see this before before Endgame, I'm going to put it on the YouTube channel later tonight. We'll take care of everything for you. Here's a random one. Black Widow, blonde or redhead? There's a right and a wrong answer if you're asking me.
I do like redhead.
Redhead is fantastic.
Redhead is a lot better.
The blonde just did nothing for me in the Infinity War. It threw me off for a while. How did you feel about keeping Hawkeye out of the Infinity War?
I like it because I think he's going to have a major part.
Okay, so my next question, do you think it was good because do you think they knew Endgame had to be a plan for a long time?
Yeah.
Right? So you think Hawkeye was planned to be in Endgame?
Yeah, I think it's literally gonna be how, like, let's say this, well, what was it, I feel like Infinity War, it gave, like, certain characters their shining moments, and it'll probably give the rest of the characters in Endgame theirs.
Very fair, I like that a lot. Why can't Bruce Banner go green anymore? So we started off this movie opened in...
Yeah.
The warship with Thor and the Hulk, and the Hulk was beating on Thanos, and then all of a sudden everything turned around. He lost the fight. Heimdall sends him back to New York to find Tony and Doctor Strange. And what's up with the not turning green? Do you have a theory behind this?
I think it's either... It's like if...
Oh god, your dad sees us.
Oh no. I think it's a situation where Hulk is just so embarrassed by getting beat, because you think about it, Hulk has never really been defeated before.
Right.
So if your major, like, your entire part of you is being able to beat big things, and then he can't, it's kind of just like, he's just kind of really upset.
So you don't think Thanos, because Thanos, when they found Hulk, only had the one stone.
Yeah.
You don't think it had anything to do with the stone?
No, I
don't either. I don't have a theory on that or anything. I don't get why Banner can't go green. I think he's going to go green today.
Stand-up mask on. No.
He'll bring it to the movie tonight. Here's a big thing that nobody wants to talk about. Is Korg dead?
I think he's alive. I hope he's alive.
You see, I wanted to say he's alive, but if you're like the way that first scene ends is Thanos blows up the whole ship.
I think.
But here's the thing: if we're gonna see a Thor 4 at some point, do you think that like there were ships that made it out?
Yeah, I think that's where either.
And now Ronnie sees us. Go ahead.
I think Valkyrie and Korg are on an escape pod of some sort.
Okay. Do you think Valkyrie will come in tonight? For the Endgame?
No, I think Korg will come back, but I don't think.
Do? Okay, see,
I want Korg to come back.
I think Korg's story is over. I don't know if they're gonna say he's dead or not,
right.
but I think Korg is just done for.
And Meek is. I think Meek will come back.
Yeah, because Meek died like 7 times in Ragnarok. I feel like and he just kept coming back. What are you right? Stand up. We literally can't. They're skin tight.
No, it's scary.
They're skin tight. Yep. And we don't have shorts on.
Yeah, we'll get banned.
What was sadder? Gamora on Vormir, or the Vision and Wanda final scene together? Because those were 2 scenes that like just hit you.
Those are very upsetting scenes, but
did you? Before we get into what you think is sadder, because I'm gonna come back to asking you that. When they were on the top of Vormir with the Red Skull,
yeah.
Did you instantly realize that when he mentioned a soul for a soul, did you know Thanos was gonna throw Gamora?
As soon as he said soul for soul, I instantly knew what he was going to go for.
Spider-Man and Black Panther?
Shouldn't you be Spawn or Mary Jane? Jeez, Ronnie.
So when she told Thanos that he loved nothing and threw her, did you expect him to get the stone, the Soul Stone?
Yeah, I thought it was like it was a complete trade-off. It was... I don't think there was any way of getting around it.
I agree with that part. I didn't think it was going to work. I wasn't prepared for Thanos to win the Infinity War, to be honest, although we don't know if the Infinity War was technically over.
Yeah.
And then the Vision and Wanda thing, the whole I only feel you, when she had to destroy the stone and he told her he's really sorry, it had to be her. Pick one, which was sadder, Gamora's death or Vision having to kill Wanda? I mean, Wanda having to kill Vision. Even though we know that Thanos uses the Time Stone to bring Vision back to kill him himself, but...
I'll go with Wanda.
You see?
Because she had to kill her own, like, love interest.
Right.
Like, she killed him. He came back just to watch him die again.
Right. I think it's a hard one.
Spider-Man's death is saddest. Yeah.
See, it's not because I hate Tom Holland. I hate Tom Holland so much.
I like him.
I don't like him as Spider-Man. I don't like it at all. Alright, so let's move on. I'm going with Vision and Wanda also, just because there was no one there for Gamora. I didn't know if I was mentioning my answer yet. Oh god, what's the next question? It was sad.
Hopefully he comes back.
We'll find out tonight, hopefully.
I think he will.
Alright, what was a better reunion? Captain America and Bucky on Wakanda, or Hulk and whoever you can pick from Hulk's? Because he reunited with everybody for the first time.
Yeah, that's
before
true.
Before Civil War, this last time the Hulk saw everybody was the Age of Ultron, which was so many movies ago at this point.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Were you more enthused seeing Bucky reunite with Captain America, or the Hulk with somebody else?
I like just
AJ chooses Cap.
Oh, really? I would go with... I don't know. I would like a Hulk. I would choose Hulk only because I like his interactions with that whole room. Like, as soon as...
Mm-hmm.
What was it, when Cap... Falcon and all of them...
Vision talk about blowing up the stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we have an AntMan too, like, or Spider-Man. I was like, that's just kind of...
I do like all of that. My big problem is the Hulk chose to leave, like...
Yeah.
And that just pissed me off.
Do you think it was Hulk or Banner that chose to leave?
Banner.
Alright.
Banner for Romanoff, to be honest. So I also picked Cap and Bucky, and especially because, I mean, AJ knows. AJ, every time we're around together, we watch The Winter Soldier, and that's just such a great movie. I did hope to see Captain and Bucky fight together a little bit more, rather than just see them on that battlefield in Wakanda together. Yeah. But, hey, we got what we got. But the Hulk interactions were cool, because, I mean, he met Doctor Strange, he reunited with Tony, then Widow. It all came into place, I guess. So on Titan, Doctor Strange sees 14,605 ultimate futures, and there was one way to win. the first time I saw the movie in the theater, I didn't realize, I just don't remember, I guess, him saying after Tony gets stabbed and Thanos snaps to go uses the Space Stone to go to Wakanda.
Yeah.
I don't realize he looks at Tony and says it was the only way.
Yeah.
Was this the way this all happened? Do you think this was Doctor Strange, the way he saw it happening?
Yes. I think this is where it all comes into play, where could have Doctor Strange stopped Peter Quill from punching Thanos in the face.
Here's the next question. See, you read my mind. My next question is, did Doctor Strange see Star-Lord ruin it?
Yes.
You think so?
I absolutely think so.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Me too with that part.
If he's some, like, this, what was it, the sorcerer, whatever it is, I don't know what his rank is. It's like the best.
The ultimate sorcerer or something?
Yeah. Whatever, he's supposed to be the best in the entire universe. You tell him, he can't just put a little portal under Peter Quill and move him around?
I'm not going to disagree with you. It was, I don't know. When I saw it the second time and he said it was the only way, I was like, okay. I guess we'll live with this. We're legitimately running out of... I'm almost done with Infinity War questions, so this is going to be more about the Endgame, I think, with our own opinions. So we called it the Infinity War one, but again, things didn't work out the way we planned, which is okay. Alright, the final scene of the movie. Thanos stands up from that little tent.
Yeah.
Is he still on Titan?
I think it's a new world.
Like he's rebuilding a new world to be
a
like
new
Titan,
basically.
Okay. So kind of like when he used the Reality Stone to show Doctor Strange what it used to be like. Okay.
Yeah.
They barely showed the gauntlet. Is it destroyed?
I think so. I think it's damaged to the point where he can just barely use it, or it's like random.
What did he write?
Nada.
Nothing. Nothing what? Explain that to me, buddy.
But I think he'll, like, either go off at random times, like it doesn't work correctly. So maybe he'll try and use, like, the Space Stone, but it'll use something else on accident.
Okay, my big thing is, in some of the previews for Endgame, and on the toys, Thanos has that big sword, that, like, double-sided sword.
Yeah.
Which looks like the little one he gave Gamora.
Which is why I think it doesn't work. He has to result back to...
He's got to fight hand-to-hand combat. It's not Titan. He
has a farm on another planet. Alright, yeah, so it's not...
That's fair. So as far as I can tell, those are the important things we were going to talk about in the Infinity War. So we're going to flip over to Endgame. Again, we are not spoiling the Endgame for anybody right now. We don't know anything. We're going to see it tonight. We are not spoiling it tomorrow. I'm not spoiling it for a while, and then we'll do an episode on it. So this is pretty long, but we're going to go right into it.
Alright.
You and I once talked about the Avengers losing. We disagreed about it. We disagreed about Ultron and Civil War, but ultimately I realized that you were correct. You had told me Zemo accomplished his goal by breaking up the Avengers in the Civil War. Ultron had all the Avengers do the things that they didn't want to, like killing and ultimate things like that, and Quicksilver dying. That was a big thing that nobody will really point on because it was only the one movie. The OG Avengers are back together, the original 6, with Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye,
Black Widow,
Hulk, and Black Widow. They didn't lose. So now that they're back together, can they win again? Do you think tonight they're going to win the fight against Thanos?
I think they're going to win, but I think it's going to have a lot of consequences.
Like a lot of casualties?
Yes.
Okay, fair. Very good.
Like lose the main 3.
Okay.
Or something along those lines.
See, that's a big thing. A lot of, like, they showed those new posters that they're doing, the concept posters, every day through Marvel and the Avengers on Instagram. And the main 3 have only involved Cap, Thor, and Iron Man.
Because I don't know if that's like the 3 leading the really
universe.
So
you think that Hulk is going to play a minor role compared to those 3?
I think he's going to be a good... Yeah, compared to those 3, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to say, do you think Tony is going to get rescued? Because in the preview, the first preview we saw on the Super Bowl was the first trailer, the first commercial on the Super Bowl was Tony saying, every story has an end or something.
I think he's going to get back on his own. I don't think he's going to...
So the whole concept art with Captain Marvel, she's not getting him in your eyes?
I don't think so.
So you think him and Nebula, because they're on that ship together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because,
like, this is why I kind of didn't like Black Panther, is, like, Shuri's now being portrayed as, like, the smartest person in the
Right.
whole world.
And she proved in Infinity War that Tony and Banner could have made Vision easier.
Yeah, but I feel like no, I want to think that Tony is still that man in that cave who builds something out of a box of scraps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. No, I like that. And then one of the trailers, it shows Tony hammering away with Nebula watching him. So
that's what I mean.
He's
like,
definitely working on getting home, and I think he's going home for Pepper. That's my big thing with him and Pepper, is that she's so overdue for Tony with all the Iron Man movies. You know, they've had a thing. You always just knew they were going to end up together, and nothing just ever worked out. So I find some of these previews to be confusing for the Endgame. You see all of the heroes in their regular uniforms, like Cap, who's that? Hi, Aaron. Like, you see Cap strap up the shield again.
Yeah.
But you also see him with his original mask on. You see Tony in the Iron Man suit. We talked about that in the car right over here. Widow, Hawkeye. A lot of them are in their regular suits. But then, and that's when we don't see them together at all.
Okay.
But then we see them in these new uniforms, the white, red, and black ones. Give me your thoughts on that. Talk about the uniform if you want. Talk about why you think we see two.
Like, their purpose for them is basically, I think it has to come into play with the quantum realm stuff.
Okay.
Because Ant-Man has to get back
Right.
through, like, what was it? They even said time vortex in his movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he's gonna get back. I think it's gonna be at least a few years in the future, or months.
So you think everybody who lost in the snap is going to be gone it's going to be a long time?
For a little while. That explains why Cap is in that, like, support group.
Okay.
In that one trailer.
Oh, right. That was in the first trailer also, with City Field.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Any other thoughts on the suits?
I like them, and they look like they were from Hank Pym's, like...
Right.
His own, like, design from
Yeah, they kind of come across as an Ant-Man. Yeah. Also, with the suit, do you think it's to prove the point to Thanos that they can all fight together? Like, looking together, fighting together? It was just one of my little concepts I had, was maybe it was just to look... like, when you watch a football team in all black, like, I feel like those teams look great, and they look scary compared to, you know, the home team, the away team who's in white.
This is the thing. I don't know... I feel like... I don't know when those suits come into play. Because I don't know
because
if
it's 3 hours long.
If they beat Thanos first and then try and travel back in time, or do they travel back in time and then try and beat Thanos through there?
That's fair. Okay. In the previews, Black Widow has 2 hair colors.
Yeah.
Why? What do you think?
I think that comes into a time jump kind of thing.
So you believe in the time travel concept?
Yes.
Okay, because at the end I'm going to kind of hit you with what I think, which what you say makes perfect sense. What do you think about Ant-Man escaping the quantum realm? How does this happen? Because when Ant-Man and the Wasp ends, he's talking to him and the Wasp. I can't remember her first name now.
It's like Jane, I think. No.
That's the mom's name. That's her mom's name.
Oh, wait.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's talking to them and they're gone, and you look, and it was the most important part of Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. I've got to say, I was not super happy with that movie. But it took place at the snap, and all of them didn't make it, and he did. So what do you think? How does he escape this quantum realm?
I do think, because, what was it? Jane, the mom, does say, be careful of a time vortex. If you go into it, we can't get you out of it. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't have to do with time travel, why call it a time vortex? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair. So we see the Ronin scene, and then we see separate Hawkeye scenes. Which scene do you see coming first? The Ronin scene is where it looks like he sees Natasha for the first time, like she finds him. And then we see him standing there with his new awesome hairdo, his full sleeve tattoo, and ripped shirt.
Yeah.
What comes first in your mind?
I think Ronin comes first, and then we get biker Hawkeye.
Right. And do you think he's gonna fight as Hawkeye the rest of the movie then? Because they're all gonna suit up together. Okay, good.
I think he'll get his quote unquote identity back.
I agree 100%. So people go on YouTube all the time, and anything you search Marvel related will come up. A lot of Infinity War stuff comes up. So I know you go on YouTube. You've probably seen that Tony Stark Iron Man is the most feared. Thanos should fear Tony Stark the most.
I think I watched that the other day.
So the big thing is, everyone talks about it, and it's because he made him bleed. Which, I get that. Totally fair. And Thanos says him all that for a drop of blood. And Tony really threw a couple of good shots on him. But at the end of the movie, Thor comes at Thanos with Stormbreaker, and Thanos uses all the power of the gauntlet to shoot at Thor, and Stormbreaker goes through it and hits Thanos.
Hits him right in the chest anyway.
So who should Thanos fear most? It doesn't have to be one of those two. You pick somebody and tell me who you think he needs to fear the most.
I do agree with Iron Man for this reason only, is Iron Man's just a guy. Like, really, he's just a person. Thor, he's literally he's been living for thousands of years.
He's a god. Captain America is unlimited at this point, for all we know.
But yeah, it's just how Stark is just a guy who literally learns from his mistakes and tries to fight even without it.
Okay. Are we gonna see Tony's nightmare from the Age of Ultron, where he sees everybody laying around dead?
I hope they bring that back up, because that was a massive thing that no one said anything about.
Exactly. In the Infinity War, he talks to Doctor Strange and he says Thanos has been in my head for 6 years. And they don't talk about it again, but he sees the Chitauri with the big alien, like...
going back to New York, and all of our...
And
everyone is dead, not only just...
Dead. It's everybody but Tony. So you think we're going to see it? Cool.
I hope so, because he can't not bring that up again.
So we're going to play a game called Live or Die. I'm going to name a character. Bobby's going to announce if he thinks they're going to live and survive the Endgame, or if they're going to die and not make it to the end of the Endgame. So first we're going to start with what everyone's calling the Fallen. You've seen the posters, which are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Of all the characters individually, all of the ones that were gray, black, and white, those are the characters who are the Fallen. So we're going to start with them. Just live or die. Black Panther.
He'll live.
Agreed. Star-Lord.
Live.
Agreed. Spider-Man.
Live.
Yep. Drax. I know. I'm
gonna say live because, what was it, they brought back James Gunn.
Okay, we'll talk about that later with everybody. Vision.
Dead.
I think he's toast. Scarlet Witch.
She'll come back.
I think she's dead. Falcon.
He'll come back.
I don't care.
that one's really mixed.
The Winter Soldier.
I hope he comes back.
I hope so too. Groot.
He'll come back.
Okay. The Wasp. She didn't survive the snap.
Live. Yeah, live.
Gamora.
Dead.
Thanks, buddy. Nick Fury.
Live. Yeah, live.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have a lot about him in this movie.
So we're gonna tell you the alive now. The people who are already alive. Hulk.
All right, that comes into theory stuff, so I'm not gonna answer it.
Your theory or things you've read?
My theory at least.
Go ahead, live or die.
Kind of mixes with someone.
Okay. Iron Man.
Die.
Captain America.
Die.
I'm not ready to go see this movie at all.
I don't want to.
We're going in.
I'm so scared.
We've got less than 2 hours until it starts. Rocket Raccoon.
Live.
Black Widow.
Live.
Hawkeye.
Live.
Ronan.
Well, it's the same person.
Okay, so you're saying live.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to explain my concept at the end of this.
Okay, alright.
You guys might think I'm crazy, but this is what I've been thinking about for a long time.
What was it?
Thor.
Oh, live.
Captain Marvel.
I hope she dies. I know it sounds terrible, but I don't want her to live.
Nebula.
Live.
Really?
I feel like... I don't know.
I'll tell you why, and it'll come up in a further question. Okoye.
She'll live.
Do you think she's in the movie tonight at all?
Not at all.
Not at all. Not one bit. I 100% agree. They haven't shown her a single trailer because I think she has to stay in Wakanda because she's useless elsewhere. And she's waiting for T'Challa to come back. Random characters. So let's say these characters show up in this movie, live or die. Korg.
Live.
Hank Pym.
Oh.
If he shows up, this is random.
If he just shows
these
up...
These are people I don't think are going to show up in this damn movie.
I don't think he'll show up, but I think he's alive.
Pepper Potts.
Alive.
Happy.
Alive.
I love Happy.
He's so great.
Okay, here's some random, extra random ones. Peggy Carter.
Ooh.
I want Peggy back for Steve Rogers, but I don't want her coming back at all. At the same time, it's better for him.
If we get into time travel stuff and we see her again...
And they can bring her back to her younger version of herself.
Yeah. Then alive, yeah.
Aunt May.
Aunt May. She's definitely alive, I think.
You think so? You think she survived the snap? They never went into that. She's a rando.
But I feel like it's gonna be a situation where Tony gets back.
Oh, hi, Alec.
Tony gets back and he's like, "Oh yeah, your son's dead." Or, well, no, your nephew's dead.
Oh, see, that's very fair. I didn't think of that Tony has to tell her.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very, very good. Here's someone we don't know if they survive the snap. Shuri.
I think she's dead.
Do you think she dies tonight, or do you think she died the snap?
I think she died at the snap, and then M'Baku, or whatever his name is.
He's my next character. I love him.
He's so great.
He's such an awesome
I
character.
hope he's alive.
Thanos.
What was it? Goku is going to be in the movie. Oh, thanks, Alec.
Thank you, Alec. Thanos, live or die.
Die.
Okay.
Yeah, die.
So here's a big thing, because I had a feeling you were going to say Thanos dies. If he dies, pick one individual character who you think is going to kill him.
Yeah. Goku survived the snap. I think it will come down to Tony.
You do.
I do think.
Okay, you want to know who I think?
Who?
I think Nebula is getting her revenge for Gamora, and Gamora isn't coming back.
Alright.
It sucks. It sucks because I'm such a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan, and I
love Guardians.
I kind of feel like I have a Peter Quill Gamora thing going on with someone, so I'm like, really? Yeah, alright. Okay, do you think that Marvel, this has nothing to do with the Russo brothers, because they only do the Avengers. How do you feel about seeing the trailer for Homecoming already? I mean, for Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home.
I don't think it was a smart decision.
I think it's so stupid. I get it comes out in July, but go on, give me your...
I don't think it was a smart decision to do it, but I do think the trailer looks really good. Like, the movie looks pretty good, I think.
Griff, stop. My dog's gonna start barking. Okay. And now, how do you feel? Because only one of the Guardians survived the snap. Technically, Gamora didn't survive the snap. She died in the Infinity
I don't
War.
count Nebula as a Guardian, though.
You don't?
No, not at all. Because she's been against them
fair.
the entire time.
Okay. That's true. I agree. I like that. How do you feel about finding out? Because now, like I said, Rocket was the only Guardian to survive the snap.
Yeah.
That we got the announcement that James Gunn is officially doing Guardians 3 like he did
Yes.
Guardians 2. How do you feel about that? Do you think that was badly timed?
That was badly timed, but I'm happy it happened.
Of course, absolutely.
Because there's no way... I feel like it would just ruin it.
If you gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, for his... It's probably the final Guardians movie. Because they always do it in sets of 3s.
Thank you, I was about to bring that up. Everybody gets 3.
So, the fact that you're going to have him do 2 of them, but not the third one, does not make any sense to me. So I feel like that they had to bring him back.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you my theory.
Alright.
So you believe in the time warp, the time jumps. That's very good. I didn't think about that at all, to be honest. So if anything happens, then it's the time jumps. I 100% credit you. How do you feel about the parallel universe theory?
I do like it. I like it a lot, but I doubt they'll do it.
You don't think they're doing that? See, I think this whole thing, if the movie is 3 hours long, I think we're going to get 2 sides of the movie. Where the main suits are going to be the suits that they originally wear are going to be one fight. The new red, white, and black suits are going to be a whole nother fight, and I think they might fight Thanos twice. And I think it's going to end where some people die in the first fight, and they win. And some people die in the other fight, and they lose. So, like, yeah, bring Tony home. I think Tony's going to come home in one part of it and not in the other. I know it sounds nuts, but the whole parallel universe thing, I think we've been waiting for it. The DCU is going to start doing it. The DCU has been doing it technically. Nobody realizes. The MCU is going to do it, I think. I do like the time jump there. I never thought of the quantum realm as much as you thought.
Technically combine them. Because let's say I go back and I change something, then that instantly splits into 2 parallel universes already.
And I think do you think they're gonna try and confuse us tonight at all?
What do you mean, like
what's going on?
I think so. Because what was it? I think the Ancient One is said to come back in this movie.
Oh God, who cares?
But I feel like it's gonna be a situation where she has to explain, like, because if it's like a lot of time travel stuff, then there has to be someone like that knows what's going on.
Okay, that's fair. Dylan, if you're still here, give me a wave. In the meantime, so I think that's it.
Oh yeah, I did notice something weird about Infinity War.
Go ahead.
I want your thoughts on how this actually happens. Quicksilver and Ultron are coming back for My Name Ain't Orville Redenbacher.
Go on with what you were saying, if you could even remember what you were just trying to say.
So, when we first see the children of Thanos... No, it's really when they show up in New York. Like, it creates...
Ebony Maw and...
And, the big guy, I can't remember his name.
I don't remember it.
It's like Black Dwarf or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. So, it, like, creates a lot of commotion, but how do they, like... How does Corvus and the other one just sneak up on Vision and...
Right.
I just... and Scarlet Witch, I don't understand
all the children of Thanos are dead.
Yeah.
So, unless he uses the time... Oh, well, he doesn't have... I don't think he has the power.
Unless Rocket is one, which I'm convinced he is secretly.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that. I hope not.
Because, like, what was it? My dad brought up a good point where that's the reason why he didn't want to go to Wakanda, because he knew, like, Thanos would be there eventually. And if Thanos created... Because we still don't know where he came from.
So you think when Quill said to him, I know you're just not going where the bad guy is?
Yeah. I think it's because of something that Rocket knows secretly.
Hi, Giannis. Dylan, give me a wave if you're still on. If you're not on, that's okay. I have an idea. Alright, cool. I dig it all.
Yeah.
We are 90 minutes from the movie start time that we're going to. I'm not... Again, everybody... Do what they're asking, just like we did for the Infinity War as Marvel fans and as MCU fans.
What was that hashtag?
Don't spoil the Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't go home and ruin it for anybody. We're not gonna do it to you guys. I'm never gonna do it. I'm gonna wait it out a long time. We are gonna do an episode of Nicktendo on this. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot to say. I feel like.
Do you think you are gonna love or hate this movie?
I'm gonna love it, no matter what.
Okay, me too.
Because
I think I've already all day. I've been sitting around. And I think I've already in my head seen the worst of it. Or at least I would hope I've seen the worst of it.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Alec, let me read what he said.
I already spoiled it. Sonic and Mario join the Avengers.
That would be awesome. I would actually like that movie.
At first I was actually nervous about the movie. I didn't know if it was going to be good or not. Like with the first trailer, I got really nervous about it.
Uh-huh.
But after time went on, I think...
Megs, I'm the Black Panther. This is Spider-Man.
Yeah. I think it's finally... I think I'm gonna like it.
Okay. Anything else you can think to add? We have a little extra time here before we have to leave.
This is gonna be probably one of the most stressful 3 hours of all time. Because...
How do you think Richie... So our cousin Richie, who did our Game of Thrones episode with me, Nicktendo episode 10, and he was on episode 11 last Sunday with us, doing the 90s and 2000s cartoons. Richie ran through all the Marvel movies, and he's coming with us tonight to see the Infinity War, to see Endgame. Do you think Richie is prepared for this at all?
I think so. I think he'll be fine, because what was it? You only said there was only really 2 movies that you didn't see, and they're really... You could have...
Read his comment.
I have 11:20 showing, gotta wake up at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, he told me that the other day. That sucks.
That's
it
terrible.
Happens. Next week I'm gonna go see it in IMAX, but not this week. Tonight I just wanted to get it done. I had to see it. I can't go... It's one of those things as a fan, like, everybody's going to see this movie tonight.
Yes.
You know,
I think this
what time you
one's
get off of work. This is the most important movie. Is this the most important movie of our lifetime?
Yeah, for me, definitely.
We're like alive in the perfect time right now because we have this. The DCU is kicking off. Marvel Comics is killing it. DC Comics is destroying everything. It's going so well.
But for me, like, this is definitely...
This is one of the biggest movies I'll ever see. You know,
absolutely, because what's it called?
This is what we live and breathe. You know?
This started in 2008. Like, I was 7, and I watched it from there, and I watched consistently through that. Oh, okay.
No, that's fair. That's a good way to look at it too. And it's good because we look at these things and we go see these movies.
Yeah.
These are more than movies to us. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These are things we talk about forever. Like your dad, even if he's still on here, Uncle Doug. Your dad tells me for the Endgame came out a year ago tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, Infinity War came out a year ago tomorrow. And your dad and even I would, we watch 15 minutes of that movie every day. I stopped doing it. I just run through it a couple of extra times still. But it's just one of those movies that it just changed everything.
Absolutely.
It's one of those movies that's so good that you tell people about and you want people to get into it for it. Because you're like, but in order to see that movie, you've got to watch 26 other movies.
Yeah.
But every one of them has value in some form or another. So I think that's a big part of it.
I described this to my other friend Nick, a different Nick. and I said that this series is basically the version of Star Wars for like the 70s or whenever it came out.
No, yeah, absolutely. This is going to be because people who talk about nostalgia think about the nostalgia for like kids that are 8 years old tonight. How old you were when you saw Iron Man?
Yeah.
This is going to be their nostalgia.
Absolutely.
The Endgame. It's all the Avengers coming together to put up this fight to take down Thanos.
But yeah, like when Star Wars were coming out, like there were people like lining up at the door, like
and intense at night. Yeah,
that's what's happening now with this universe. Like I feel like it's the same for both situations.
I can't see Alex. I keep pointing to make him read it.
I know a lot of people that saw Avengers Infinity War but didn't watch the other 18 movies because they wanted to see more Black Panther. Well, that's their fault. That's not a good choice.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly do that for just Black Panther. I love this suit. That's why I bought the Black Panther suit.
I didn't like that movie.
I love the whole thing, yeah. There's actually an Instagram model who has this, and I said to her, yo, what up, Wakanda forever? And she goes, what are you talking about? I sent her a picture of Black Panther, and she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. Like, you don't get what you're representing right now to the Marvel Universe. And she's an Instagram model. So
because Black Panther was such a huge cultural phenomenon.
It was. Yeah, but we're not going to go into... Yeah, go ahead. Keep it.
Yeah.
For Nicktendo.
No one's talking about Blade, I guess, but alright.
That's a good point to make. Is there anybody you can think of, any hero you know of, that we haven't talked about, which makes it hard, that is gonna be in this movie?
I don't know.
Like, Deadpool is a bad example, but like, do you think Deadpool can show up and be like, what up, let's go?
If your parallel universe idea is right, then maybe. Because what was they finally retconned and they said that Scarlet Witch isn't like made of the stone per
right,
se. She's an actual mutant now.
Yep, thank you. I agree. I said that. I explained that to Richie, who's not watching because he still doesn't have Instagram.
Maybe Adam Warlock.
I'm not against the Adam Warlock theory at all.
I don't
all
think
of the Marvel comics lately, though, in Infinity Prime, Infinity Countdown, Adam Warlock was behind everything. I just don't see it happening now.
Not this movie, at least.
I would love to see like a new Wolverine pop up. It's not going to happen. And if he comes in and kills like Thanos, I'd be pissed beyond belief.
Yeah.
Because nobody deserves that.
And even if they did, I think it would have to be like a Spider-Man in Civil War situation where he showed up just for really that fight.
Just for one scene. Yep.
And then that was it. That's what I hope will happen with Captain Marvel tonight. That she'll show up for the fight and then disappear.
See, I think Captain Marvel and Thor are hooking up. Alright, cool. So,
yeah.
Little Nicktendo fact here. You today have officially become the most guested member of Nicktendo.
Huh.
Did you know that?
No.
You have 3 episodes then. You have the Marvel on Netflix episode, the family episode about the 90s and 2000s cartoons, and now this one. You know who's in second already, which is weird?
Who?
Richie.
Really?
He has Game of Thrones in there as well. Yep. And he has the 2000s one. Everybody, Dan is getting better, it looks like.
Definitely for Guardians 3.
So,
I don't know.
Dan has 1 episode down. He's been supposed to be on like 4 already. So, we're going to catch him up. We're going to keep doing those family episodes we talked about. So, I just wanted to bring that up. You guys know I do a giveaway for being on my show, if I can get to it. This is the highest I can stand without disrupting everybody. So, I went with Cuphead.
Oh my god.
I started playing this. This thing is heavy duty too, I'll show everybody.
Alright.
And it's awesome. Cuphead is the hardest thing ever. I still have a beta level.
So hard.
But it's so cool. And the artwork for it is so cool. I think it's just an awesome idea.
Like, what was it?
The
like
whole thing.
50s look to it?
Yeah,
I think it's so
like
nice.
Cartoon going. Here comes the cat behind us. So, alright guys.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was great. I'm sorry that we couldn't, like I said, we were going to break down the whole Infinity War for you. I think this worked out better. It's backwards and it's not even Marvel. It's my prize box for everybody who comes on the show. Good luck. Survive the Endgame. Don't spoil the Endgame. Everybody, as a fan, we're all together in this. You know, we're not going to go home and say anything to you guys. Like I said, this is it. We're going. So, you ready?
No. Not at all.
Me neither. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your input. You guys are the best. Thank you for the love for the costumes. I'm working on next month's schedule already for Nicktendo. We're going to have 4 episodes. I'm going to do 1 a week again. But I might start splitting it a little bit. We're kind of getting into a rhythm of things here. Thank you, everybody, I got some DMs from people I don't even know the other night. When I mentioned that Nicktendo might not be on this week before the Infinity War, and people DM me who I don't know, and you guys are saying, oh, I hope everything works out with your family, and again, my brother's getting better, it looks like, so We'll get him back on here soon also. There's the cat. So, yeah, other than that, we'll talk about the schedule. I'll put the post up for next month. My plan is to bring him back again. We're going to probably talk about, I don't know if you have any interest, I want to do Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
I would love to.
I think those are two awesome movies to talk about.
Those are my
Everybody has seen them if you haven't.
two top favorites.
Agreed. Great movies, and again, kind of got that Star-Lord
and then we could
thing going.
Easily do like the Endgame one as well if we had to.
Yeah. So I think by that point it would be fair to, more than fair to.
We could probably get Richie on that then.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because now he'll actually.
All right, guys.
Talk about that.
We're going. I'm trying to delay, but we really have to go.
Yeah.
This is Nick the Nerd. Keep it comic. Good luck, everybody.